So, hey, I'm going to speak again to my experience with seeing Dr. Uecker in Louisville again. I've been going most every Friday, unless he's on vacation, since again in the fall. And I used to see him a few years ago, but just didn't really commit into it at the time. So, today I had a really, so the work that's happening there is just shifting things up on various levels. So I don't always have words for the experience. I'm pretty sensitive to subtle energy, and I know that there are others that are equally as sensitive to subtle energy, and if not more, than myself as well. But I would say my experience of being attuned to that has really helped me sense into more of what's going on there. So back when I was in my early 20s and through my 30s, actually in my 20s a lot, or even in childhood, I felt like I was always having more like mystical experiences. My attunement, I think, was more crown chakra, connecting to more mystical ways of experiencing things. And I was very oriented that way. It's a very abstract orientation that's been with me most of my life. And then I went through these periods of time in my life where people like my dad, my family is much more, if you're into the Myers-Briggs, they're all S's. And I'm more of a abstract, and they're more concrete sensors and into more of the here and now, sensing your world in more of a concrete environment, and not as attuned as the ends are into the abstract world. And so I would get these messages like, hey, you're not very grounded, Jennifer. I'd be like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about, And as I got into my adulthood later, I would hear even more of that, like, just people would sort of notice me not being grounded. And I would be really frustrated, like, what are you talking about? And then I realized, that there's this way of orienting that would be up into the mystical cosmic crown chakra thing, but I wasn't grounding it down into my body. And I didn't recognize that there could be another way of being. And in that, as anybody else who's like, particularly the IN, like the INFJs, the INFPs, which I have become more so as I've grown in age, there's sort of an attunement to that abstract worlds. And therethere's a whole world going on there that actually feels more real sometimes than concrete reality. So then over probably my late 30s, I began to have experiences with people in my life where, in order to be with those people energetically, I'd have to bring down my energy down way more, like sacral, like it would feel so like, it would just feel so different. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so darn heavy down here, so darn heavy. And those of you who are my friends on here who don't know about the chakras at all, that's okay. But if you ever tune in, people who do know what I'm talking about with the chakras, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, it would just be like this more density that I was starting to become aware of. But what that began to wake me up to is this embodiment, becoming more embodied in my body. And for a long time I wasn't, and didn't know it. I mean, again, that was just normal for me. So anyway, over these years now, probably, I don't know, 12, let me think, maybe 14 years, my journey to increasing my landing in my body has increased. And I still, I'm not always there. I check out, but I have increased that. And as I've done that, the most profound shifts have been happening in my life. It's connecting both worlds more so, and my attunement, oh my God, it makes me so happy. Actually, it just makes me really happy to be in my body and to feel it. There's so much incredible wisdom, energy, movement. The cosmos, when it's coming into these spaces, is really powerful, and it's on different levels. There's all kinds of layers and levels, and that's what I'm becoming more and more aware of. And yeah, today I just felt a real just opening up of the whole systems, more and more of the systems of my more vast being. And that's the cool thing about Jay's work. And I'm really appreciative of running into him. I ran into him. I had been doing work somewhere else, similarly, but it wasn't really doing a lot for me. And then I happened to be checking out his space, possibly going to rent some space from him at one point in time. And I just remember feeling like, ooh, I really kind of appreciate his energy and what I think he's doing there. So anyway, I thought I'd just share my experience of that this morning, and hope you have a good day. Bye.